efficiency is probably, the biggest piece. And, as you could see with the scanner, efficiency isn't just the device, it's also freeing their hands to do their other main tasks. So understanding the specific needs of the customer for driving that efficiency. And as you see, we have things like AMRs that take walking out of the warehouse picker, so that they can just do the picking and the robot's moving items. Freeing up people's hands is important. Being able to have secondary input when labels are damaged in shipping, might be important in certain use cases. So, I would say Zebra brings technologies that in multiple verticals, transportation, logistics, warehouse, frontline retail worker, drives efficiency. And that efficiency can be to deal with goods, it can be worker-to-worker communications. So in the retail area, it might be being able to push to talk to another associate and communicate without having to use a PA that might disrupt customers. Other efficiencies, that aren't designed here, but at other Zebra facilities, maybe, cold chain management to make sure that, shipments of critical items such as vaccines are always kept within temperature ranges. So it's driving efficiencies of throughput and controls, and all things that are necessary for getting return on those investments. Even in the healthcare space, it's how do you get the nurse to be able to see more people and make sure that the right medicine is going to the right patient. Scanning a printed armband with a scanner and scanning the medicine bottle is both a verification check. It's efficiency from the legal responsibilities of the hospital, but it's also efficiencies of how many patients can that nurse see in her shift. So, on top of being the site lead here, I personally also have a role of advanced hardware concepting in the wearables business unit under mobile computing. And a lot of what I do is the front end of the design process, working with product management, understanding customers' needs, unique needs, and for instance, this back-of-hand scanner, it was designed to be, a low-cost back-of-hand, hands-free, glove-free, device, because the person needs to be able to feel things, but have that quick scan control. So I would do some early on concepts, understand where it could go, work with PDM to get the project to a point where it's believed to be above the table. We had just talked about return on investment, so together with product marketing, we evaluate, where the product would both cost, so that we'd have an end price, but we'd also understand the value to the customer, so that we'd have an understanding of average selling price, and then from there we can justify if a program goes above board. If it does, there's much bigger design teams here in mobile computing, and especially in the wearables team, that then this project gets handed off into. We work with our joint manufacturing teams to take it even deeper and finalize the final project concept, make sure that we're hitting price targets and checking along the way, go through detailed design review, put together project plans for testing based on knowing what end use cases and verticals that we are designing for. And then as we go through our EV, DV, and MV, so we do engineering validation, We do design validation, and then we do mass production validation before we release to the product, to the field, which includes our, many of our proprietary tests for understanding how we do life testing at an accelerated pace. And we do many of those tests here. We have duplicate testing capabilities also in our New York design facility. So across, from a hardware standpoint, across our RF testing, our acoustic testing, our electrical testing of battery life, those type of things, scanning function, and as I had shown you, all of our products are built to be extremely robust. So there's a lot of mechanical testing, drop impact, water ingress, a plethora of tests that allow us to ensure that these devices will live long lives in the field. So they may look like a cell phone, but they are truly industrial designed and purpose designed devices.